I personally have really actually enjoyed working from home. I actually feel like it has increased my efficiency. It saves me at least an hour and a half of commute time daily, which is great. So I end up starting to work earlier than what I would, just because I don't have to travel into the office. And in terms of efficiency, because of these, online platforms like Zoom and whatever, MS Teams, etc., it doesn't feel as if you're not connected. In fact, it's easier, I feel, in some ways to connect to people world over, whereas otherwise you'd have to actually travel. So, I mean, in that sense, I feel like efficiency is quite high. At least our experience as a firm is as well, that, work has been quite efficient. I feel like in some form, work from home is here to stay, even after things are completely normalized, or at least in some form normalized. But one advice, obviously, is that try and take breaks, because it's easy from in work to home to sort of blur between your personal and professional space. You wake up in the morning and start working. You keep working till you sleep. There is no break as such. And I think it's important in that sense to have a routine, to have a schedule. Absolutely. I think the last 2 years, the pandemic has, I think, made all of us realize more than ever before how important it is for people to rally, how important it is to contribute back to society. We're all in incredibly fortunate positions, to be honest. And I think that a lot of people have less work, no work. These are just really, really difficult times. Everyone rallied because it was such a difficult time. And I, in my own way, was part of some groups, etc., to try and contribute to India, both financially and in other ways. So I think that's the most obvious thing that strikes right now, given where we are. Then, where I come from, originally in India, is this town called Baroda in Gujarat, where my family still hails. And we've been sort of associated with certain charities, etc., back home, to do with underprivileged children, etc. And each time I go to Baroda, with my parents, we try and work with them. And I've sort of actively been engaged with them to try and see how we can improve. So that's something which is my sort of small way of, going back to the roots in some ways, and contributing. And then as a firm, I think at Simmons, I'm sure other firms do it as well, but Simmons certainly has a huge culture for pro bono work, and it's really encouraged. It's something which is taken really seriously, and in fact, like, lawyers are given credit for the hours they spend doing pro bono work, because the firm wants people to actually do that, so it goes towards your hourly targets. So I think it's a pretty incredible thing. So and one of the causes that has come up, and which I'm passionate about, is diversity in the workplace. And I think, the last year, there was a lot of focus on diversity, and we have an internal network called Emerge, which basically, it stands for diversity. It promotes diversity in many, many ways. And it's an attempt to make it more mainstream, that conversations around it, sometimes difficult conversations, but important conversations. So I'm a sort of active member of the Emerge network as well at the firm, and do my bit with pro bono, etc. So yeah, there's several things I think that one can think of and one should contribute to actively on the social cause, that one can go with the flow, go with an open mind. It's an incredible platform to start your career. As I said, I was fortunate enough to have that platform, and they will be too as well when they join. So go with an open mind, enjoy your time there. Of course, it's about the practice of law, and it's about learning, and it's about all of those things, but it's also about making relationships. It's about getting to know people. It's about the human side of things, as I said before. And therefore, I think as young lawyers, just, go with that flow. Don't try and plan too hard. That's usually my message, actually. I'm a big believer in destiny. Destiny has taken me where it has taken me. And it's good to know what you like doing. It's good to know and focus on those things. But equally, sometimes things happen, and things happen for the good. So go with your instinct. try and see what you enjoy doing and go with that. So I think that's my sort of basic message. It's something which has resonated all along with me. It has worked for me. I feel like a lot of what has happened in life has happened just as natural course, and let life take you where it takes you. But yes, do enjoy this time at CAM. I think it's as I said, it's a great opportunity. The world is different now than when I had joined, but I think some of the fundamentals remain the same. The human element remains the same. People remain the same. So I think that with the benefit of more technology, with the benefit of other things which we did not have, I think that, yeah. So that's my basic message. And 10 years down the line, you'll find yourself wherever you find yourself. But these memories will stay. So do make the most of it. And it's a first job. It's always special, right? Because that's where you start. That's where you start learning things, etc. So and our profession is very rewarding. It gives a great opportunity to do other things as well. As I said, we're in a pretty fortunate position, so try and do that as well. Like it's difficult to find time when you're a young associate or even later, right? It is a demanding profession. It's not an easy profession. It's a demanding profession, but one has to find a way to carve your niche, to find time to do your interests. Otherwise you'll burn out. There is just no way that you can continue just working. You have to do other things. It is really important, whatever it may be. As I said, I like cooking, for example, or it could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything defined. There's no right answer to it, but make sure that you find that time, because this time is valuable. It's not going to come back again, so just make the most of it.